The Owen James Report is brought to you by
This program is brought to you by the Grace Kennedy Group. We choose to care. Grace Kennedy Money Services has been here for you and your family, here and abroad, because we understand that you're receiving more than money. You're receiving their love. Grace Kennedy Financial Group has been here for you because we know it's more than just investments, insurance, or banking. It's about security and creating a path to realizing your dreams. For 90 years, honesty, integrity, and trust. The Grace Kennedy Group, we choose to care.
Good evening. This is the Owen James Report. The private sector members of the Economic Program Oversight Committee, EPOC, say they are very satisfied with the performance of 5 key economic indicators in April, boding well for Jamaica's June quarterly IMF-backed targets. The EPOC, co-chaired by businessman Richard Biles, is of course referring to Jamaica's new IMF-backed economic program and the 5 key targets of primary surplus, tax revenues, the overall public sector balance, and monetary targets for net international reserves and net domestic assets. The EPOC says it has also received assurance from the Finance Ministry on the employment of a skilled legal team to meet the mission-critical legislative agenda of the IMF program. However, bearing in mind the daunting challenge of economic growth, the EPOC has agreed to take a full report on doing business in Jamaica at its next meeting, as well as the issue of the loss-making Clarendon Alumina Productions, or CAP. The private sector members on the Oversight Committee, though lacking legislative teeth, are serious on holding the government accountable for Jamaica's economic program, but are relying on the court of public opinion, as co-chair Richard Biles told me in a recent interview.
We won't have any legal teeth, but what I hope we do have is some credibility in the eyes of the public. So members who are on a committee have standing in their own rights. I think they are respected by the public. They don't have any axe to grind or any political sides to defend. We're all there as either business people or civil society or trade union representatives.
Jamaica's inflation rate rose by 10 basis points to 0.5% in May over April. The Statistical Institute attributes this to price increases in the category food and non-alcoholic beverage, in particular starchy foods and vegetables. The good news is that during the month, generally lower fuel prices resulted in a 20 basis point reduction in the transport division. The calendar year-to-date inflation movement was 3.7%. News on the foreign exchange now, and amid continued high demand for foreign exchange, the commercial banks and other licensed institutions sold 15% more foreign exchange than the $33.3 million they bought. The 3 regularly traded foreign currencies strengthened against the Jamaican dollar. The greenback closed at a new high average selling rate of $101.16 Jamaican, whilst the Canadian dollar rose by 45 cents Jamaican, also to a new high of $99.94. Sterling gained 50 cents Jamaican to close at $159.38. The US dollar peaked as high as $105.72 Jamaican. That's the Owen James Report. Good evening.
The Owen James Report was brought to you by
Grace Kennedy. This program was brought to you by the Grace Kennedy Group. We choose to care.